Go to the Fort Wayne Zoo this month and you'll notice some new signs around.
These little blue signs.
They're part of a special scavenger hunt.
Come in, get a little free card, and go find all these facts that we have scattered around. And when they do that, they can turn it in and they have a chance to win a free wild encounter with our reef staff. So going behind the scenes at our aquarium. Since oceans are affected a lot by plastic waste, we wanted to give people an opportunity to see the animals that they are helping.
All to recognize Plastic-Free July. The movement started in 2011 in Australia.
And they were just promoting reducing plastic waste, but it's spread to this whole global movement of, trying to help the planet, trying to reduce our impact on the environment.
And at the zoo,
I have a lot of different materials here.
That starts with education about recycling.
Glass and metal, and these are awesome because they can be recycled an infinite number of times. You can always melt these down and turn them into more things. Paper, which is actually one of the most recycled things in the US. About 66% of all recycling is from paper. And so you start with cardboard like this, super rigid, super durable. But as you rip it up and make it into new things over time, it'll become a little weaker. So you get maybe this craft paper, and then eventually you get to tissue paper. And this isn't as recyclable because those fibers are so small you can see through it. But that being said, paper is really nice because it's made from plants, right? We can always compost the paper and put it back into the environment. And then you get to plastic and things get a lot more complicated. There's so many different kinds of plastic. So like these two cups are both, clear containers, but they're actually different kinds of plastic. This is polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, because nobody wants to say the full name. And this is also known as polyester. This is the exact same material as my shirt. While this is polypropylene. And they have different properties, and that makes it so that they have to be recycled differently and that they can last a different amount of times as they go through our system. These are the exact same kinds of plastic. This is a number 2 plastic, high density polyethylene, and it can be turned into this plastic bag, but those fibers are getting weaker, and not as durable as here. And even these two types of plastic bags are entirely different. This is low density polyethylene, this is high density polyethylene.
Sometimes small changes can make a big difference.
Some of our education animals and our farm animals live on aspen shavings, and we used to buy it in plastic bags, but then we found this nice brand in paper bags. And just by making this switch, we save about 300 to 400 plastic bags going to the landfill every single year. And so that's why it's really important that we just start with those small steps, because everything matters.
Recycling can be helpful, but
best things we can do is reduce and reuse before we even recycle. Reducing our impact can be like using less of our utilities, right? Less water, less electricity, be buying less stuff. Everything that's made has a footprint. And so if you don't really need it, you can just skip buying it. That saves you money too, which is the best part. And then reusing is really important too. I reuse this little glass jar at home as a measuring cup. It's perfect. You can reuse a plastic cup like this, punch some holes in the bottom, make a little flower pot out of it. It's really easy to kind of take the materials we have and give them a new life.
Environmental education goes along with the zoo's mission of animal conservation.
By making these changes at home, you're helping the entire planet. You're helping all of the animals on Earth. And that's really important, and I think really tangible in the way that people can help. Because not everyone can travel to Africa and go save elephants in the wild, but you can, use less plastic. You can compost in your backyard and help support local wildlife and protect them here. And that just helps everyone, everywhere.